Yusuf Aboud is the commander of the Tel Rifat Military Council. He's checking on his fighters guarding the dividing line between opposition forces and the regime and its allies. He says the time for fighting is now.
Idlib is being slaughtered silently. Idlib is the final defensive line of our blessed revolution. And if the regime breaks this defensive line, then all will be lost. We call on everyone, the people, and all the revolutionaries to work on retaking our territory by opening all of the fronts against the regime.
A few days ago, some of his fighters conducted a raid on regime positions west of Al-Bab. And in response, the Assad regime conducted its first airstrike in Turkish-backed opposition areas since 2017, attacking a mosque in Al-Bab. Yusuf says this is a sign Russia and the Assad regime cannot be trusted.
We need to understand very well that the criminal Assad regime and the Russian occupiers will bomb our safe places, and they cannot be trusted, and you cannot make any deals with them. And this is exactly what they did on Al-Bab just a few days ago. The truth is that this is a new phase, and it's now an open war.
The Turkish military responded to the latest attacks by the Syrian regime that killed and injured Turkish soldiers in Sarakib from here in northern Aleppo. Opposition fighters holding the front lines against the regime and its allies here say they are committed to fighting them until the area is secure. They even have the support of locals who say they won't give up until they can return to their homes. Abdul Qadir is from Tel Rifat, but can't go home because the regime and its ally, the YPG terror group, forced him out.
I can see my home from just over this third mound. And it's very painful that I can see my home, but I can't liberate it from the YPG terrorists and the regime that are protected by Russian jets.
He says the situation has reached a breaking point, and there is no safe place left for civilians to live.
There is no longer a place you can call a safe place. What's happening in Idlib today is a crime against humanity. Today, women and children are being bombed. Hundreds of thousands of families are being displaced. They have no shelter and nowhere to go because of Russian-backed attacks. Even Azaz and El-Bab are being attacked. Nowhere is safe. Opposition forces should do whatever it takes to defeat the Assad regime and its criminal allies, the PKK terrorists, Russia and Iran.
As the regime continues its advance on rural Aleppo and northern Idlib, hundreds of thousands of displaced Syrians are anxiously waiting for news that their homes are liberated by the opposition forces, so they can go back and start their lives where they left off. Obaida Hitto, TRT World, Northern Aleppo, Syria.